All right, you're asking for it, so here it is. Listen to this.
I want you folks laughing at we partners pod, kid. You understand? We in here drinking, singing, all that shit, dog. Sweating, getting wet, and all that.
All right, welcome to the 203rd episode of the Drinking Partners podcast. Yes, this is our Allen Iverson episode just because he's dope as fuck. He's a dope individual. I love him. He's always been true to himself. He excelled, in the NBA, but he never compromised who he was. And that's what I respect most of him, man. He came in the league and he was real. He was raw. He represented his hometown. He represented the culture. And he crossed Michael Jordan, man. That's the one blemish that is undeniable on Michael Jordan's record. He got crossed by AI and Jade. He crossed him, Jade him. He excelled in football, basketball. He got hit with some bullshit, bowling alley beef, whatever, which I think that was fucked up, you know what I mean? So shout out to AI for being who he is, you know what I mean? I fucks with AI. It's like one of my favorite athletes of all time.
And he got that contract that's paying him, yeah.
And that's dope, the residual. But here's the thing that aligns AI with Drinking Partners. We never miss a game. He never called off. He never, he was the Iron Man of the NBA. He was on the floor, falling, diving for loose balls, getting beat up at the rim or whatever, but he never missed a game, man. He played hard. And that's what we do, man. We never miss, we miss every other Sunday, but we're only scheduled to be here every other Sunday. We always bring you content. We always got a new episode each week, man. We work hard. We like the Iron Man of podcasting out here, man. This is episode 203. That's Dos, Hundo, and Trey. You know
Not a game.
That's a lot.
Not a game. Not a game.
I'm
talking about practice.
Oh, shit. And let's not forget that rant. I wish he'd have done that on our podcast. He wouldn't have got the flack because I'd have been right with him. Like, fuck practice, bro. You worth hundreds of $1,000,000. Like, why you got to go to practice? Your J is working. Your crossover is effective. Look, if I was Allen Iverson, I would just sit on the side at practice anyway. I wouldn't be practice. Like, why am I out here sweating with Eric Snow on a Tuesday? We ain't got a game till Saturday. Like, nah, I'm not practicing. We talking about practice, man. I'm Halfity, hosting tandem Ed Bailey. I'm joined as always with my co-host Dave Brace. You say what up to the people.
What's good with you people? We are the Drinking Partners, and if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, and Google Play under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at Partnerspod. 203 episodes, man.
Dos, Hundo, and Trey.
We've been asking you, and we will continue to ask you, man. Please hop on iTunes, rate and review. That's how we know we're doing well. That's how we continue to do well, and that's how we let others know that we're doing well. So please hop on iTunes, rate and review.
Listen, you love us. You see us in public. You tell us that you love us. Now, please, at the click of a button, tell the internet. Please tell the world, okay? And please do this for real, man. We need those rates and reviews. We need people to let us know. Give us feedback. What are we doing well? What do you want to see? What episodes did you like? What elements of the show would you like to see more of, man? We men of the people. Like, we out here just trying to push the culture forward, man. We trying to have this podcast thing be something bigger than what it is out here. We trying to be the people that bring you, whatever you want to see, whatever it is that you think is popping, whoever you want to see on the podcast, whatever you heard on us on the podcast that you like, let us know, man. But as always, 203 times, 202 times we said it. This will be the 203rd.
Man, listen, man, we probably said it like maybe 300 times.
We probably said it, but y'all just didn't. It's a couple in the vault.
No, run that back.
It's a couple in the vault that y'all didn't hear about. But in lieu of rates and reviews, we do still accept shots of Hennessy, all right? Shout out to Car Guy DJ and the Conways for starting the trend. Mm-hmm. Shout out to everybody who's kept the trend going. Shout out to, the loyalty and support of all of our fans, man. It's been dope. It's been a great run. We're trying to keep it going, man. Dos, Hundo, and Trey, man. We feeling good about that.
Man.
You feeling good. So it's episode 202. If you've been listening to the previous episode 203, if you listened to the previous 202, episode 202 can be crazy. Dave won't join the episode until about a half hour in, but he's good over there. But we keep this going, man. And if you're looking for us, if you want to see us out, and give us one of them shots of Hennessy, man, you can catch us March 30th. Well, actually, let's do this in chronological order. March 28th. Hurry up and say something funny out of Apis Meadery. You know what I'm saying? We got a great lineup. Like, it's the crowd work show. So it's not a traditional comedy show. It's you come in and you get talk shit on. You know what I mean? Like, if you sit in that crowd, be ready to get some bars, man, because I'm there and I'm giving out bars that night.
Yeah, man. Fucking Apis is going to be out.
Talking so fucking slow. Nigga, wake up.
Dave Cervenera. Apis Meadery, Carnegie.
All right,
Bomb
man.
Shock on the ones and twos.
I don't know if that was a plug from him, but for me, that was a plug. Like, no, for real, it's a great show, man. It's a dope concept. It's a fun show. Apris Meadery is a dope fucking venue, you know what I'm saying? Not only physically, but the shit that they're giving you, like the mead, you know what I mean? Like, outside of the comedy you'll see on stage, enjoy the mead that will be in abundance there, you know what I mean? Like, and it's strong, too, so you probably want to Uber that. Like, no, that's...
Yeah, and drink responsibly. I mean, a little DD or something.
I'm not drinking responsibly. I'm Ubering, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
But
I got
if you're
DD,
driving,
so like,
you know what I mean?
we're drinking responsibly. That's
And
how you do it.
let's say you miss us March 28th. Well, March 30th we'll be down at Contra Theater, you know what I mean, with Alex Tapula, his debut on the night of Epic Comedy.
Theater, man. I can't believe it's taken this long to get Alex in Contra, man. We've had him at Arcade.
Yeah.
We've had him at a bunch of different shows. We work with him in a lot of different capacities. Viceland, even like downtown and shit. Like, you know what I mean? But we haven't had him at Contra, and like that's like, you know what I mean? That's kind of like been one of our biggest stages for quite some time, man. So I'm excited to have him up there.
Yeah, it's been at this point our most consistent stage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
He's one of the most consistent comedians out here in the city, and he's funny as shit, man.
Man,
funny
I mean,
shit, well thought, well written. Like, if you haven't seen Alex Tapula and you haven't, you know what I mean, been to one of his shows, man, you need to bring your ass out here.
He's one of the few comics that I know, like, I mean, like that pushes the culture. Like, he's not somebody that you can just kind of like really box into something.
He's not an order taker.
Yeah, he's versatile. He has a lot of different ventures going on, and he's like, you know, they call it a polymath. You know what I mean? Like he's very good.
Who calls it that? I've never even heard of that word.
The interwebs.
Okay, so you gonna follow a word I don't know with a second word that I don't know. So you gonna say they call them polymaths? I'm like, who call them that?
I mean, when you're a little versatile, the Renaissance man, you know, whatever. I mean, they got a lot of different hustles, you know. I mean, he's very good at what he does, and I'm excited to have him over there at Comtra. And if you look for tickets, that's ComtraTheater.ticketleap.com, and we got Union Brothers going over there.
Union Brothers, man, exclusive.
Yeah,
I mean, they ain't even
yet.
open right now. I mean, they're bringing that exclusive. So you're gonna see Alex for the first time at Contra. You're gonna get beer that you haven't been able to buy on the market. Like, it's just a show, and we give you great value, man. And that's so it's, you know, BYOB and ampersand, as well as in addition to craft samples.
We
man.
keep
so come
saying that shit, and like it's wild. It's like top notch quality and top notch craft beer, and like, I mean, maybe you don't like beer for some reason. We keep plugging away. At some point, you're gonna find a beer that you like. Because like my fiance, after being with her for 6 years, she finally had a beer at the last show.
What?
That she actually was like, oh, you know what? I can drink this shit. You know what I mean? So like, if you don't like beer, you haven't had the right beer. You know what I mean? So we keep plugging away.
Shout
we
out
keep
to
bringing,
Cat getting in the beer.
Yeah, I mean,
game.
Cat keep like I mean, so like we
got to
plugging
get the
away at
horns
folks.
on this, man. We've been trying to get Cat to drink. You know how weird it is as a man trying to get your man's fiance to drink. Like, that's not. I think that's a flag on the play. But I've been trying to get her to drink for a long time.
I've been trying. It's been a team effort. Like, yo, like you got to bring in the huddle. Like, yo, like we going.
Well, we gonna tell her.
You know what I mean? So like, I mean, we it's and BYOB. Just in case you don't like beer, you could bring wine, a little bit of liquor, whatever whatever suits you fancy. It's a value. And on what is it? 420.
420.
Tell me we got
Arcade
Sarome,
Comedy Theater.
Sarome Russell out of the DMV.
420, so it's a smoke session, but not in the show. But we would still be giving you, you know what I'm saying, free craft samples. But 420, it's a celebration. Come through, man.
Yeah, mindful.
He came all the way from the DMV where weed is legal. He came all the way here so he could smoke illegally, and that's dope.
True.
I think that's a pun. I think he came here to smoke illegally. That's dope. But no, same quality, man. Free. You know what I'm saying? BYOB. In addition to and ampersand, all that shit, craft beer samples, man. And we got Mindful. They're starting it's a residency of sorts, I guess, with the quarterly, beer sponsor. So yeah. Mindful will be starting up on April 20th. You've heard them on the podcast. We've had them at several shows. Mindful
Jones,
always with the
Marcus out there.
Yeah, shout out. You know what I mean? So Mindful, they've been huge supporters of the podcast.
They just released they released the Bobby Bouchette, like, you know what I mean? Like it's a caramelized honey Scotch ale, like
that's a lot.
collaboration between Apis
Pause.
and Mindful, man. Like it's fucking delicious, and their They got this shit sitting in some like it was like some Buffalo like Lane or some shit, Buffalo Lake barrels. It's like some whiskey barrels, some bourbon barrels. They're gonna let that sit for like another like 6-7 months. You know what I mean? Like,
so it won't be at the 420 show, but get tickets to the 420 show.
no, it'll be at the 420 show.
Well, I thought you said they was gonna let it sit for 6 months.
Well, nah, the barrel shit won't be at the. I mean, but like you can get it on like tap up until then. You know what I mean, this shit is coming out.
I don't know if we agree or disagree in this. I'm confused. Like,
well, no, I don't know about the 420 show, but I mean, if you're listening to the podcast, you can actually like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, shout out to Mindful, man. But we have. So I'm excited about this episode. We're going to jump into the episode because they're indicative. If we could have waited one episode, it would have been like the name of the guest aligned perfectly with the episode. But our timing was off a little bit because it's episode 202 and we drink a lot.
And it's St. Patrick's Day. I felt like, I mean,
after St. Patty's Day,
these are the boys we might want to like drink. I mean, they probably going to bring some shit that's going to be worthy of.
Yeah, I'm looking at these crowlers. I'm like, all right, I'm ready. He tried to pass me a crowler because, they trying to get a story out of me. It
looks like a clover, man. You know what I mean? With the 4-leaf, like 4
it does look like a clover.
Like, little St. Patty's
little swag bottle. I love the black and gold. Shout out to my fraternity, Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Black and gold, the first, the oldest and the coldest, the oldest and the coldest. But we got some great guests here, man. I'm really excited about this episode. We got Dave Barb and Adam Bora here from 4 Points Brewery. Say what up to the people.
What up, people?
How's it going, guys?
Okay, I just like, even from the visual, I like the contrast. You know? We got the owner, we got the head brewer. Doesn't look like y'all hang out, but y'all do good business together. That's what's up, man. We got the swag.
But actually, we hang out more than
y'all do hang out. I would imagine.
I mean, because
you're brewing
we're
together.
Both there all day.
That's right. So. And you got the Santa beard, but you not Santa up top. How did you do that intentionally?
No.
That's nature.
Nature did that.
Yeah,
that is fucking cool as hell.
And it's like, if everybody's telling me to like diet something because like I don't even have to bleach it first. It'll just.
Apparently, women like when you get a couple grays, man. Lady is like,
I know, but when it's full gray, they're like, you're old as fuck.
No, man, people listen to you.
But then you come up with the beer though, and you got product. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
So you got product in hand. So for the listeners who are not familiar with 4 Points, just let them know how you all began, how this came together.
Well, me and Adam met each other a few years ago through a mutual friend, kind of hit it off, had a lot of same interests.
Okay.
And he brought quite a few of his homebrew samples out, and everything was fantastic, and we kind of snowballed from there. The brewery went into planning mode for a few years. We had a number of setbacks. We didn't get our first round of equipment. The company that we had been working with stuck around 30 craft breweries around the country, so kind of put us back quite a bit.
So they stiffed 30 different breweries.
They took the money and ran.
That happened to my family. We were supposed to go on a cruise when I was younger, and the travel agent took the money and just took off. And like the night before the cruise, my mom was like, "Yeah, we're not going." And I was like, "Damn!" But I was happy because I got new outfits for the cruise, so I was okay with that. Like I at least got new outfits. But my mom, she was real depressed. And I was like, "It's cool."
Yeah, we just got our glycol chiller, and that was it. I mean, we've been kind of fighting with them.
So
it's still going on in court. There's a few of the other local guys. Ian from Yellow Bridge got his system, and Recon got theirs. But I think Abjuration may have gotten a few things off of them, but we really didn't get anything. So we waited around for about 1.5 years, and then we had to start over. And luckily, we went with SS Brewtech. They had equipment that was in stock, ready to ship. I mean, they have to do a few things before they send it out, but we got it pretty much right away. And then it was kind of like getting the contractor back in because we were just kind of going through the motions for a while because we didn't have anything to do. But we got open. We're excited with what we're doing. We think everything's coming out pretty good, and we're happy to be here.
What is this that you just poured here?
This is the 4th Street IPA. It's like our kind of flagship, I guess. A lot of places don't have flagships anymore, but people keep drinking it, so we keep making it. It's kind of like basically a flagship, and I think this is the 9th batch now that we've done.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What? Well, y'all, if you haven't been listening to the cast, that was a new sound. That was a. That sounded like, yeah. I was about to say something wild, flagrant, and I'm not gonna say it because you my man. And this is episode 2 of 2. But I want you to listen to this cast when it comes out and listen to that sound you make and tell me it don't remind you of something. It sound like, never mind. But look,
it's a mouthful moment. You know what I mean?
come on, man, it's killing me. So, all right, so Adam, you were head brewing. Dave, you tasted as head. Now, were you in the brewery game prior to? Were you brewing at all, or
Not at all.
I'm home brewing. I said head brewing. Home brewing.
yeah.
Okay.
Started out in the restaurant business. We had a barbecue spot opened in 2012, and I think at that point, when did we meet? What year?
Oh, yeah, asking me dates.
15, 16, something like that. I really have no idea.
I mean, it's like almost 3 years ago because it was like April.
So like,
Okay.
we met like April of 2016. I mean, the hazy beers were kind of starting to make their way into Pittsburgh, I think, but that's what Adam was brewing back then, even when I met him. And I hadn't really tasted too much stuff like that, and he turned me on to all the good stuff, Trillium, Treehouse. I mean, at first I was kind of like, I don't know if, this community, out in Charleroi, we're a little bit, I grew up in the area. Sometimes stuff the trends don't really make it out there for, like a year or two
But that's
later.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh sounds very similar. Like,
Yeah.
you don't catch on to shit till late.
I mean, it's, we're 40 minutes from there. I live in town now, but, the more I tasted it, it was just like, I don't even care. This is what we need to be doing. If we're going to fail, we might as well be failing at something we believe in. So, but
What are your backgrounds?
well, I went to school for integrated marketing and communication, and then I kind of got thrown into manufacturing, the restaurant. Like that's what my family's background was in. My grandmother had a Coca-Cola bottling plant in the 50s. Grandfather was a professional athlete. So, I mean, it was kind of like it was going to be hard
You
to.
came from a family of wins, it sounds like.
Well, I mean, like any business owner, everyone has their ups and downs, but it was like I couldn't imagine, just punching in and day out. Got to do something creative that that you believe in, and put 15 hours a day in, and it's yours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I always knew that I was going to get into manufacturing. I just, I don't know. I just fell in love with beer once, with the restaurant, just getting all the good stuff in.
I mean, there's a lot of restaurants, they open and close or whatever, but breweries, man, they kind of been staying open.
That's a good point. And it's weird because from a lending and financial standpoint, they are in the restaurant industry, so they are looked at
very much
as
so.
risky, investment. So, like, if you look for financing through it, I'm sure it's kind of difficult to get the
I
financing
think
because they are in the restaurant
that will
industry.
change a little bit though. Like the growth has been a little more than probably it needs to be, and like that's okay. It's like the people that the best places, are going to stay open. You don't have to worry about any of the places that you like because
like the folks will die off. Like, if need be. You know what I mean, like that's just what'll happen though. But like, so where'd you come from? We went back to the 50s, you know what I mean? Like generation, we got like 16 generations over here. Like
when I was younger, I got started in high school making music, and like was dumb enough to kind of try to follow that path.
Yeah.
And like
So what
did
do you
everything
play?
that I want. Well, I mean, I used to play guitar, but like it was DJing and production.
Yeah.
They got underground dance music and stuff, and I
Like
still do it, but
EDM
like
shit that?
we don't say
house
EDM
music or
because it's
whatever?
like house
Yeah, house.
and
still
drum
don't
and
know what
bass and
house
stuff
is.
like
Drum
that.
and
But
bass.
like I come,
Yeah.
I come from like the mid '90s when I started the new stuff. It's just not my
Who
thing.
who were you bumping in the mid '90s?
In the mid, I was doing all drum and bass in the mid '90s, all UK jungle and bass music.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
who
hard and fast.
Who were you listening to?
I mean, there's so many
Yeah,
people. I mean, like guys around here, like Diesel Boy and my buddy Chris B, that passed away. Like, kind of took me under my wing, getting started. Eventually, like, I was actually doing dubstep before it like got.
shit.
I'm sure what you think of as dubstep is not what I was doing.
Yeah.
It
It
was
doesn't
like
sound
this
like
stuff
something
when
else.
it just started leaking out of like the South London scene, and like it was a lot different than it is now. And there was like people in it, like one or two guys in every city doing it, and I was like the guy in Pittsburgh. I was the first guy to throw a dubstep show here, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say
like
it doesn't seem like
I got
Pittsburgh
out of
was
it
into that.
when it like
Nah.
I gave up when it like started blowing up. I was like, I do not want to play like the cats
Yeah.
that you think of as
Yeah.
dubstep. Like they're like, can you play that stuff? I'm like, nah, I don't do.
And so, how did you transition into brewing? Were you just brewing at home, or you was bringing beer to the parties? You was like dubstepping and dub.
Yeah, I
IPA?
was like right whenever like I had a digital label that I was running for 3 years, and like it came to a point where it's like I was doing all the work and like it was cutting into my music time, and I had some little kids, and I was just like, I'm done with this for now. Like I lost the love of it. It wasn't even fun. And I just started homebrewing like right around the same time. And like as soon as I started doing, I was like, this is what I want to do. Because my day job was in construction. I was doing hardwood floors, and I fucking hated it. But
how
like
did you
I
get into
always had to
brewing?
pay the bills. And
I mean, like who, like where did you get where did you get the brew? Like where did that like come from? Like who like was like, yo, or were you like chefing, or did you like, can you cook? Like is like, where did you get the even idea?
He needed to
brew?
drink, man. He was doing all these hardwood floors. He was like, I need to drink.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of people drink, but not everybody like home brews and then makes this shit. You see, like you see what we're drinking
That's a
right
funky
now.
IPA
You know what I'm saying?
too. I
Like-
really enjoyed that.
Like, how
It's
did
got a
you
little
like even
funk
think
on
that
it.
you could like even like home like make this shit to drink?
Well,
Like,
I mean,
don't-
it took a long time. I mean, I started homebrewing in 2011, and it's just the curiosity of it all. I mean, the kids today, like you go into any place and get any kind of style you want, you know what I mean? But it started for me back like, oh, what's that on tap? And like, back then it might have just been like, Irish red or like a Guinness or like, a brown ale or something. And it just moved on to like, oh, this is made in Pennsylvania, and like, Trogs, a Victory. And then I just, I just wanted to make it. I don't know. Like I was definitely,
So
I was
see,
cooking
like,
at
see it on
home
tap
and trying
and
to
be
figure
like,
out
oh,
how to make stuff from scratch,
yeah.
but like I wasn't in any kind of doing anything professionally. But when I started doing it, I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to get into this. And I got discouraged by a lot of people, as always happens with me. People were like, that's like a dream. And like, you did the music
Well, you
and
were the
it didn't make
godfather of
any
dubstep.
money.
It was like, yo, we need you in this dubstep, man. We need you. Come
They
back.
don't really care. It's the scene is so like what's going on right now. They don't even know me.
So I think it's interesting to hear your story, because typically when we speak to brewers, like there will be a bit more of rapport between the two before you go into business. Now you guys are saying you met 3 years ago, and immediately were like, yo, this could be. I mean, like he tasted your your beer and it's like, yo, we can do something. Like what allowed you guys to feel like, yo, we can open a brew? Because even though it's now moving maybe in your estimation out of being looked at as a restaurant, the restaurant industry is risky. You know what I mean? Like most of them fail within what is the statistics? The first 2 years or some shit like that. Like,
yeah, it's tough.
So to commit to that, you know, that's a huge commitment, not only financially, but, you know, time, you're building, the industry's burgeoning, so you got to find your lane within the industry. So what gave you all the confidence, like, yo, we can do this? You know what I mean? And I tasting that IPA, that shit is good.
Well, we had to, you know, both believe in each other. I mean, when I heard about the opening, like, I had the hardest time. Like, I put, like, applications in different breweries around here, and, like I never even got a call at all ever from anybody.
What's the interview process like? How'd you interview?
Oh, like
what kind of questions you asked?
Me asking him?
Yeah, what's good? How you interview?
He's like, don't dress up, just bring beer.
Let me see your real clothes.
It was.
Let me see what you really look like.
It was pretty.
I
casual.
did put a button down on that. I was like, it is an interview.
No, so what is the interview process like? Like when you're interviewing a head brewer, like is it more of a taste testing, or is it because when you're starting a brewery, you do need to be able to work with this person. I mean, obviously the beer is the most important piece, but you also need to work with this person. You're both jumping into this.
It's like I remember the interview pretty well, and it seemed like they didn't even know what, like Dave didn't even really know. Like he just knew he wanted to do a brewery, and he knew that he wasn't going to be able to do it. So he had to find somebody, and like, we just talked, you know, it was just like hanging out. And afterwards he like showed me the smoker, cause I was into making barbecue and stuff like that. And,
okay.
I mean, yeah, it's the interview process. I think a lot of people don't, no one ever says, like, sometimes the interview is about the company getting the person to work for them. It's always the desperation from the person that's trying to get the job, but like it can be the other way too. Like they might not want to work there. You know what I mean? You might like them, and they don't like what you're doing. But like I saw what they had, and I was pretty impressed with the restaurant. And I came back like the next week because they weren't open when I was there, and had the food, you know, and just checking out the taps. And, you know, we got to know each other for like 2 years before it opened. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we had Adam did pilot batches for the restaurant. We just give them away. I think we do it every month. We did it for like a year or two. So he was fine tuning everything. It was like, you know, what do you want to do? You know, here's the money. Order the stuff. You know, try as much stuff as you want. You know, if you need to dump stuff. I mean, because we knew what we wanted to do. Okay. But even Adam said in the beginning, he said, if I get to do this every day, like I'm going to learn faster, you know, I'm going to be able to compare stuff. So we thought that was important, you know, just batch after batch after batch, whatever he could do at home while he was still working. And I mean, a lot of it is you have to be able to, I mean, look at you guys. I mean, if you didn't get along, you wouldn't be able to do.
We don't get along. what we've been able to do, we've been able to harness those arguments and make them entertaining. But
Exactly.
I don't like this motherfucker.
I don't know if you've listened to this podcast.
Listen to a few.
There's a lot of bloodshed on this motherfucker.
I mean, everyone has constructive arguments, but
It's been a rough road.
So, like, along the lines, this is a good transition for this beer, though, because it's our pale ale, and to me, it's like really important to have a good pale ale, and like no one's buying them right now. It's like been a real hard. Like it's in distribution, it's decent because
the bars want them.
Tell them how you really
because
feel.
it's cheaper. They'll buy
KV.
it. But like for the brewers, and we like crush this at the brewery because it's 5.5%. It's got that great hop flavor, and you know, if I drink I don't even drink this. The triple IPA, it's 11%. Like you can have a taster, and it's enough to get you a buzz.
You're not
drinking it
going
11% regularly.
Yeah, man.
I'm not always drinking 11, but let me and wifey
shareable.
argue.
Our customers love it.
Yeah, they will.
Wifey act crazy. I'll pull that 11 out.
But the
real quick.
But the story is that the 4th Street is our main beer, But like this whole time when I was doing the like the test batches, the beer that I was trying to do the 4th Street Pale Ale, and like we talked and I never even piloted that batch. Like we just said, just right before like we were ready to actually start brewing, we decided that our main beer should probably be an IPA because the pale ales just don't sell that well. So we just used the name, and the hops weren't even the same either. But like I knew they would work, you know. But like later on, like a couple months, Mosaic and Citra. We were just like, if we were gonna make one
standard hops.
Yeah, but that's what everybody likes.
Yeah,
and we were like, if we're gonna make a beer that like we want people to like, then we're just gonna go ahead and give people what they want.
Well, I think that I would imagine that's difficult to balance because in industry you got to have something that people will consume. I mean, people know they will. That's the thing that people will do, and then you got to figure out where you can put those testers in.
You can't fight yourself.
Absolutely.
You can, but there was even like I said, like I was looking at, like you said, construction is your background or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's like an engineering mind. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'd imagine. Like you kind of came into it, with or whatever. So like even in that, like the way that you build a beer and all that, and like when you throw the hops in and temperatures and water and all the other shit, like it's a science that you gotta. Like that you can use the same ingredients. But
my brewing style was really modular though. We'll say like I want basically like the Nubilis grist, but we want to change the hops in it, and that'll be a different beer. What the fuck
you said? I don't know.
What Nubilis. That's a different beer that we make.
Do you randomly hear these words and get confused? Like when he says Nubilis,
listen, that's our beer. That's our beer. That's what it's called.
He's good with names.
But like that was another one that I piloted a lot. That was going to be our main double IPA.
The Nubilis Bliss.
Nubilis.
The Nubilis.
So what does a Nubilis mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just it just means
in Latin, right?
Yeah.
That means cloudy in Latin.
Yeah.
That's a weird ass word for cloudy.
I know.
Nubilis.
Well, it's similar to the Nebulous cloud.
I guess Nebulous, Nubilis,
or Nebulous, and they're all. I think they're all kind of
Eukanuba, which is dog.
But to get back to this next beer though, like at 3 months in, we were trying to decide what we're gonna brew next, and I was like, why don't we brew the 4th Street Pale Ale? But obviously, we'll have to call it something different. So I came up with the broad strokes, and the thing that I did with the pilot batch was I would always throw different hops in just to try it, different flavors to get it right. And so we just decided that beer, every time we would brew it, it would be a different dry hop. And this is the 3rd batch. It has Sabro in it, which is a new one that everybody's talking about. It's kind of a silly name, but the hop is so good.
Wait, is it Sabro hop?
Sabro, that's the name of the hop.
Where's
but it's got
from?
We never
Northwest, isn't it?
Yeah, Pacific Northwest, Oregon, and all that. But
Oregon
it doesn't have any of like the old school hop flavors to it. It's all fruit, and it's got like pineapple and coconut and vanilla, and like it's crazy, but I mean, try it. It's there.
Yeah. No, we
have one in the tank that's got just Citra in it.
So you moving on to the beers. We ain't even cracked all the beers yet. We got to wait till we crack them. Because now I don't know which can go with
now
which
Dave
description.
can talk because I got to pour myself one too.
You got to pour. We all gonna pour it up.
It's like 5.2. That's what I'm saying. As a brewer, like you can't be crushing your 11s. You know what I mean? You got to have a sip of those or whatever. Like now, me coming in here, I'm going to crush it at 11.
Okay.
I'm at least end the night with one of those. Take a growler back to the crib. You see what I'm saying?
I think we will end
but
the
as
night.
a brewer, you know what I mean? You got to have a session. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a 5 is like a brewer's session. You know what I mean?
Like one that we've never brewed, but like one that I piloted that was just like a blonde. I called it a blonde ale, but it was like a 4.5% New England IPA, basically.
Oh, 4.5%.
And like everybody loved it, but like it was like we're like, if we put 4.5 up on the board, like our customers won't drink it. Like that's just
Really?
I'm serious.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think? I mean, I'll say this. I don't know that I would go to the 4.5 first, but if I know that it's good, I definitely would drink it because I can drink several 4.5s.
I mean, it depends on what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like if I'm on like a lunch and like a business meeting at noon.
You trying to keep that? You trying to keep that
if I'm
persona?
there at noon,
Trying
I'm
to
gonna
keep it
take
going.
a 4 and we can have a nice. I mean, that's good.
I think contractually, if you work corporate, you can drink 2 4.5s on your lunch hour without violating
any real.
We have found though that like we started this with an open mind for real. Like it was just like we don't really know what's going to happen, but we're going to take all the information that we get and then act accordingly to that. And we have found that like these, like the Bury the Rakes 11% IPA. I mean, not very many breweries around here make them like that. We made another one and it flew. So we were like, well, we might as well do that again. And this one flew, but like we sold almost all of that, like right from the tap room. The
what, the 11% you're saying?
Yeah, we do like distribution on like some beers.
So I just
but
had that
people
broad,
were
that
afraid
broad strokes.
to,
Are you on that
to,
broad strokes?
to buy it?
This Broad Strokes.
That shit is crazy.
Do you taste the coconut in that?
Yeah.
I would say even the first IPA and then the
It's like
pale
pina
we just
colada,
had.
really.
Your
Yeah,
aftertaste.
it tastes like coconut in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no coconut in this motherfucker.
No,
No,
that's just the
hops.
That's
yeah.
the
That's
hop,
what the
right?
hop tastes like.
Yeah.
That's that Pacific.
Shit is
That's why you
wild,
know you
bro.
got to get your weed from
You're
Oregon.
gonna hear a lot
They be
more
growing
about
some
this
shit.
hop. It's
That
crazy.
shit is-
Me and
It's
Dave was
like
over here like talking about it. They be
coladas.
growing some shit out in Oregon, man. I don't know what they be doing. They be crop dusting they shit with fucking coconut peelings.
It's highly
Buzzy was
scientific.
over here. He was
Buzzy,
already
you
talking
had
about
that
it. Yeah, it's this shit
Hey
crazy.
yo, you ain't had that shit yet, Buzzy? Oh, that's what it. You taste that.
Yeah, like your flavor. So I've only had 2 of your beers right now. I had the I didn't. What was the name of the first?
Fourth Street.
The 4th Street, and then the Broad Strokes. But how do you get that aftertaste, that lasting impression? Because I'm associating lasting impression with your beer. I mean, like you drink it and it's like, okay, it's good on the swallow pause, but then like that lasting impression, you're like, oh shit. Like
It's hard to tell like what you're talking about exactly, but one thing, not different from everybody else, but like even though we do kind of what's considered the New England style, like our beers are usually attenuated pretty well. Like they're not sweet usually, and I mean, but I would say like Dancing Gnome beers are pretty well attenuated as well. It's nothing like we're doing.
Okay,
It's completely unique.
Define it. Don't just say it.
I'm
Define
just
it.
saying that it's not sweet.
Attenuated. Sorry, no, we with you. We with you.
I'm sorry. If you're listening, it sees. But
We've
like,
gotten
we
to the point where people just drop off
Yeah,
shit.
people
What
just
is
walk
that?
in.
Yeah,
I don't
people
know
just
what
drop
that
off
is.
shit.
I figured Adam might know what
I
that
wasn't
know
going-
what it
'cause
is.
we talking about y'all,
the
Firestone
Parabola, yeah, I've never had it.
I
but
don't know what it
definitely
is.
know
No,
what
we'll
it
share
is.
it. We'll share it. But we on y'all shit right now because I'm very impressed, especially after this Broad Strokes. Like, I don't know that
I've never tasted
coconut.
like a beer like this before. This is what I'm saying. Like I've never like
You
that
will
flavor,
more often.
like
Everybody's
that-
trying to get a hold
that
of a
hop- I guess that hop,
Sabro.
like that combination, like it is very pina, like just like
What
it's
was
creamy and
Yeah.
like
What was the name of the hop? The
Sabro.
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 And so people are now, because this is the first time that someone's mentioned Sabro on our cast.
Well, Hitchhiker did a beer a few weeks ago too with it.
Oh,
I know that. Buzzy might know. Someone was talking about it. It was God, I forget what it's called, but it was an all Sabro IPA. Andy did one a few weeks ago. Cosmic something or
Cosmic Void?
maybe. I hate to even
Cosmic
say.
Void. These names sometimes I be confused. Cosmic Void.
But when these come, I mean, we're small, so if something comes out, I mean, we could buy a couple bags of it, just jump on it and do something right away. A lot of the bigger places, it's hard because they need a substantial amount. Yeah. And sometimes they might not have it. Like for us, I mean, we're always kind of rolling with the punches, trying to find stuff like Galaxy, Vic Secret. I mean, when it's out there, you have to grab it, or you might not see it if you don't have a contract.
But there's a way.
Ed, drug game like the brew game.
Brew craft game like the crack game. Because no, I was gonna say like it's weird because you can navigate that model though, because now when you create like a Broad Strokes, which is a beer that tastes unlike anything that we've tasted. You know what I mean? Like,
but it tastes different every time though. Like that was part of the.
But you can make it, and now you can create urgency. Like, yo, you need to get in here while you can get it. You know what I mean? So you guys are creating that urgency. Now you managed the restaurant. You saying before this, so you're bringing that experience side to
and still.
So well, no, it's good because I like the pairing or the marriage of the two, because you with how you, and again, we're 2 beers in, but how you flavored your beers, how you produced them, boom, that's great. But then now you have the restaurant background. You know what I'm saying? You like, I can create this entire experience, which I feel separates craft from just beer and restaurants in general. Like, you get a better experience in breweries than you do elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like, just in a large restaurant, you get there, you get the quality of the drink, but you get the quality of the food as well.
It's
focused.
I mean?
So I feel like you guys got the barbecue there, you were saying. So, speak about that. Speak about, what separates 4 Points from just your run of the mill. Like, you're just going to go into a brewery.
Well, I mean, for us, I wanted to say this too. Like, a lot of we do have a lot of common ground. I was a musician as well as an athlete, and we both love barbecue. And I mean, I mean, we had a lot of common ground. I worked construction too growing up.
Word.
So I mean, we're both creative. He might be able to have more of a creative outlet than me, just because I'm tied down with the business side of it and kind of management. But, I respect the process. I believe in them. And to be creative, you have to let others actually do it. You can't.
That is a very
You can't be.
I haven't really had to. He has had to have that happen, but I haven't really had to have anybody. Like, we have Zach that works with us, and he's helped us out quite a bit, but like he's still helping me to like realize my recipes. Like, it's gonna be weird when we grow, because then I'm gonna have to like let other people do things.
Oh man, isn't like having like letting go of control, because it's your baby.
Yeah, that's what I've always loved.
Let it go. I'm sorry, I have a daughter, so let it go just came.
But it's like coaching. I mean, you have to understand like what your players are. You can't I mean, you can mold them like into what you want to be, like harness their talents and stuff like that. But you gotta let people be, free to kind of venture off and really find what they want to do and make mistakes. And that's how we are. I mean, that's how I was with the restaurant. I mean, it sucks having someone on your back, do this, do that. I mean, when you have someone that, has a gift like him, you have to believe in what they're going to do.
You got to know your fucking lane, man. I keep saying this shit. Like, you got to know what you're good at. You got to be good at that. And then when somebody else is good at something else, you be like, all right, cool. That's what you're good at. Cool, so you do that motherfucking thing. You got that. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't harness other people's talents, if you don't allow them to be what that is, you don't have a collaborative effort. It's just one person's vision, one person thing, and it becomes stagnant, as opposed to actual like collaboration and partnership and like and growth as a result of that. I mean,
and I'm sure there's plenty of places that operate like that and that are successful, but I mean, it's just that what works for us. I mean, he's good at what he does. I trust him. He's been on top of things for day one with what the direction of the overall industry was going to go. I mean, and it just happened to be stuff that we enjoy and believe in. I mean, IPAs, lagers, sours. I mean, it's all stuff that we enjoy.
So what did you guys come in drinking? Like what type of beer were you drinking before 4 Points?
Before 4 Points? For me, it was whatever came through the restaurant. There was a lot of local stuff that was coming out. Brew Gentleman was really starting to pick up pace at that time, I think, like doing this sort of style. So that was good around here. It was hard for me to get down there. Sometimes you get down there, excuse me, they'd have
you making shit, you over there making a concoction.
Oh, cuvee.
They'd have 6 or 7 beers. Sometimes you go in there and they'd have 2 because they'd get completely annihilated because there wasn't a lot around here. And then Hitchhiker started picking up some steam. But I mean, I was trying to get local stuff into the restaurant. Like I was trying to meet the owners. Like we had Levity a lot when they started. Mm-hmm. Helltown was.
Just had Levity on.
Did you?
201.
Who was on here?
Oh, Levity.
Levity. Yeah. All the guys here.
Yeah,
they're great dudes.
Boys, man. Yeah,
super cool.
No, we wasn't talking about IUP because we've been getting more and more on the outskirts of the city, and I ain't tripping on it because I don't know where Charleroi is or shit.
Nobody knows where it is.
You know where Monongahela is?
I know that there's a river.
There's a river.
Is that out near Elizabeth?
I mean, like Bloom Brew out in West Newton.
Well,
we're 10 minutes from there.
I'm not from that area. I didn't know anything, but I'm like learning like as we go along. I'm like, because I live there like half of the day, So, but it's
Joe Montana.
No, my man's. I got an old head in my fraternity. If anyone's listening, shout out to Brother Waters. He's got the Waters Estate, and man. Good times. Just good times.
Well, when they talk about Mon Valley, and of course that reaches all the way from the city all the way down to West Virginia, but Charleroi is right in like mid Mon Valley.
Okay, so
because like we're in Washington County, but I feel like we don't really associate with the county as much as the Mon Valley.
Well, and they had the Mon Valley Initiative, but that had come all the way to like Homestead.
Right.
I mean, like that. But no, I in places like that, in cities or areas like that, a brewery as such would be great. I mean, somewhere where people of the neighborhood can go convene, get some good food, get some good drink. Everybody knows, it's gonna gain steam. It's gonna get some recognition outside of the Mon Valley because the quality is there, and then the quality of the experience is there. Like, what did I just pour up? Because this color
so
is
this
crazy.
is like
smooth.
I always figure we have like 4 main facets
Buzzy,
of our
get in here. This color is crazy.
It's a smoothie
business, but the quick sours is something that like I wanted to do from the beginning, and Dave he loved them, but he was worried about if people would take these in, but
it don't look like a sour though.
It doesn't.
Like in my experience, I don't know. I've never had a sour with this color.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they do quite a lot, and the thing is like it depends on the fruit that you put in it, and like
what did you put in it?
This one is the black currant, and
the what?
Black currant, currant, whatever you want to say. That's kind of the.
So Ed be trying to be bougie every once in a while. He'd be like, "Oh, I don't understand. You're dying like."
The Quran. That's what.
You have an accent.
First of all, Quran. Ain't that like the Muslim Bible? Like,
that's what. Oh, you mean Quran?
It's kind of an inside joke. Like it might
that's what 50 Cent was.
I'm sorry.
All right, Quran. See, because the Quran is what. That's what fucking 50 Cent was rapping about. Lord, forgive me.
No, I know, but
I said like, it'll confuse me. I've never had like.
It was a little bit of an inside joke, and that we're not actually still not sure how you're actually supposed to pronounce that. But we had a bartender that's no longer with us, and like it wasn't this beer, but like we had a mead on that was a black currant, and he would tell everybody, "Would you like the black currant?" And like we would always laugh, and I was like, well, when we do this beer, we're doing
like an SNL skit with when he do the names. Like he'd be like, "This is fighting Alec."
Oh, y'all got Buzzy
instead of fighting Alec.
Buzzy done put out the red cup. He done pulled the red solo cup. He's liking this beer.
So because
Buzzy came in and was like,
he's ready to
pulled
party.
out a can out of the fridge. He was like, "Man, did you see this shit?
Yeah.
Like,
well, we know
like it was like crack, man. He was, yo.
that was part of the reason we did this. Like we did the first the first sour beer we did was like the lime. It just looks like a regular like light lager, really.
I don't
But
like lime. I'm not a.
well, I mean,
Only with tacos.
we're doing it again, but like it is a good beer. I love lime.
I'm not saying.
But
I think lime. There's a place for lime, but this fucking black currant is fucking.
Currants, motherfucker. Currants.
Currant, yeah, it's
Give
Currant. Technically,
me-
yeah.
God.
But
I've sinned
we did the
over and over
two
again
batches of
just
our.
to stay on top. I'm just every time I take
I'm
a sip
letting
of
you
this,
say
I'm
it,
just
man.
gonna go-
It wasn't even hate on the brewery. I just have like this weird like I have like I'm traumatized by like lime. Like it's like I mean
What
every time you
happened
get
to
like
you?
because I like green apple, right? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't
so
like
I
green
love like so when I see like when I was a kid,
The texture is totally different.
And I would grab
The texture's
like
different,
but when
fam.
you get the candies, it's green. So like sometimes I would
Who
like
got
reach
lime
into
candy?
a bag of candy and I would like grab the green ones and I throw it
Who
in
has
my mouth.
lime candy? What type of lime? I never. What lime candy did you get?
There's like Skittles, some shits. There's like man,
Oh,
lime candy.
there's a
like,
lot.
yeah,
I
there's
love
a lot of
lime candy. That's good
Yeah,
for
I
That's
mean,
what you
but
get
you
for
don't
getting
ever
that
know if it's lime
irregular
or
Skittle
green.
bag.
I mean, so this is a
buying that
weird-
irregular Skittle bag because the red bag of Skittles ain't got no lime. The purple bag ain't got no lime. Where'd you get a lime?
I think
Skittle?
the original lime, the Skittles got lime in it, bro.
I don't know, man.
Hey yo, it's green. That green ain't green apple, is it?
What is
I
the
don't
green?
know.
It's
The
probably
green is
lime. I
I'm
don't
pretty
The
know.
sure
green
it's
is
lime.
Skittle, and the Skittle don't taste like
Skittle
lime.
green is lime, man. I'm pretty sure it is.
I don't know, man. This motherfucker bit into a whole ass lime thinking it was an apple. And he don't want to tell us. Tough skin ass apple. Calloused ass apple. Bit through a whole
It's been
lime.
through some things. Oh, it's just a little old.
That was a real Granny Smith. That skin was fucked up.
That's why they call him a Granny Smith, because the skin is thick.
Skin is thick. Fucked up.
When they did the first batch of sour cerveza, we had these lime zesters where you put it on, it kind of spins it around, takes the rind off. It broke right when they needed it, so he had to sit there. Him and Zach. I can't.
I zested like my knuckles and shit.
it was
off
like
it.
a full
That's
two
commitment,
cases of
though.
limes.
That's
I
commitment.
came in and they were zesting. I'm like, what the
I-
fuck's going on?
I
They're
told
like this-
I told Dave, I was like, you're paying me to sit here and zest these for 10 hours, because that's how I did for 8 hours. I zested, and the next day, like when we were brewing it, like the whole time it was mashing. Like I'm
So how did the
still
beer come
zesting.
out from that manual zest?
I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good, but like we're gonna do that again for Cinco de Mayo.
You're gonna do a manual zest? Because
No, we're doing something a little bit different. But like it's like I said, you learn along the way. But like I think the next batch is gonna be a lot better than the first one. We got some ideas to go into.
even with it almost feels like with a lot of things, if the hands-on, like you can use machines to do it, and that's cool. But then if you have that hands-on, if it's a manual zest or something, it would just kind of give it a more authentic type of feel or flavor.
You definitely have more control, I think.
yeah. Like,
Especially you have to watch with fruit. If you go too far into the rind,
Yeah.
like it starts getting it has like those off flavors, like from the white getting in. But I think we squeezed it. We put a lot of lime juice in
we
there
did
too.
use the juice too,
Yeah.
'cause we didn't know what else to do with it.
I don't know what a currant is. Like,
It's kind of like I want to say it's like kind of like a grape, but it's like a berry, but like the flavor is kind of grape-ish. Like I get like a little like there's some earthiness there, and it's got I just get like that purple drank like good purple popsicle
haze.
like
You got that
kind of
purple
thing.
haze.
too
Say
in
purple
there.
drank.
he got
Yeah.
the purple haze in his
That's
joint.
what we said on the Instagram. I told him to
What's
say
that purple
that.
drink?
Have you had
Fuck is juice.
a beer with the currant in it? I've never.
Yeah, I mean, like the Belgians, like when you get like the Lindemans, like they have a cassis
That's another shit.
Wait,
I
a
don't know.
cassis?
like CASS.
Cease. K-C-A-C, nigga.
I guess. Yeah. That's what they call, that's like French for blackcurrant, I guess. But
I'm sure.
I've had it before, but
Hitchhiker probably did something with it and dancing.
I know they get
they're
flavors,
floating
but
around.
these are things I've never heard of.
I mean, straight.
I've heard of like the black currant. I don't know anything about it.
You ain't even saying it right. I can't believe that you heard the black
Currant.
current is different than the currant, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The black current could be a news outlet. I don't know, but the currant, that's
I mean, I guess it's one word too. Sometimes, like somebody put it on. Did you see that? Somebody posted online. They put it as one word, and they're like, it's supposed to be spelled this.
well.
And then you go on. I don't know how to pronounce it, how to spell it, but it's spelled that way most of the time.
It
That's how it
smells
came out.
fucking delicious, is what I would say. You know what I mean?
Pittsburgh
From
not
like
saying
not the like, you know what I mean, but like it's fucking delicious.
It's
like,
delicious, and the
smoothie.
color is
It's
crazy.
like the texture of it. You see, again, and I bring this shit up all the time. Motherfuckers keep, whatever, but I'm gonna bring it up 1,000 times more. Texture matters. You know what I mean? The mouthfeel and all that or whatever. I'm like, it feels like it's a. Like you said, it's like that. Like it's a smoothie type shit. Like how do you brew that into the beer? Like how do you make that like that? What did you do? The fuck was that?
do you really want to know?
Just
He
dumped
don't
a
want.
shitload of fucking fruit.
You don't care if we want to know. He don't want to tell us because ain't
No,
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 other.
no,
ain't
I
nothing,
don't.
Ain't nothing else
I
out
don't
there.
mind. It's just
That
like
shit
when
fuchsia,
you tell
dog.
people like brewing techniques, like if you're not like into brewing, like eyes glazed
So
over.
here's the thing about us. We are the drinking partners.
Yeah.
And we've had a conversation or two with a few brewers or two.
I
we
understand.
really love that geek shit. Like
Okay.
we love that. Like we like.
Oh
like
no,
the-
I don't be knowing what the fuck y'all be talking about.
Well, I mean,
I'm never gonna get past Currant.
we love that geek shit, man. Like, I mean, like because like I said, I mean, how do you get it? Like, because it feels, you know what I mean, like more fruity, more like kind of pulpy, kind of like. I mean, it's almost
might
like
as well go
with
ahead,
some
second
pulp,
round.
you know.
Like everything about this beer is just dope. Like the color.
well,
the
like
head, the
everything we
feel.
do, or most of the things we do, like it's like actually like, very simple, but like we don't like back sweeten or anything like that with this.
No
It's
sweetener?
like like it's not a traditional Berliner Weisse in that like they should be dry. Like what I'll do in the mashing process is mash a little higher in temperature, and that the yeast won't eat as much, and so you'll get a little body from that. But then when we add the fruit to this, like we basically just give it 24 hours and then crash it. The yeast doesn't really eat it. So like the fruit's basically in there just the way it is. You know what I mean? Like we get
Just the way
we try
it
to
is.
get the the all the solids and stuff. We crash it out so it's a clean beer, but all the sugars from the fruit and everything are in there. And that's definitely like a
So
big.
that's what makes it feel. You
I
a
think
bit
so,
more than
yeah.
The sugars
And-
from the fruit.
We have a little bit different sour. This is not a kettle sour either. We do. It's just that it's actually simpler, I think. But like I sour in the conical and wait 3 days, and then just use the yeast from the brink, just our IPA yeast. But like pretty soon we're gonna put on the naked version of this beer. Like it's. Some people, I think it's interesting how it tastes without the fruit. I don't know how the customers feel, but we haven't put out any beers that were just, this is just the beer, the sour. And we have one half barrel of it that we're going to put on. And
You're gonna produce this without the black Currant.
yeah. Well, no, it's the same exact beer. I pulled a half keg off before I put the fruit in.
Yeah.
So
We can't fit all the fruit in the fermenter. You have to dump some of it off.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
couple of
Yeah,
beers that I
yeah.
did, we had to
And
dump
then
it
you-
actually down the drain. And then I was like, wow, that is fucking stupid.
Wait,
like,
wait,
I
wait,
should
you
have
were
thought
just-
ahead of time
you were
and
just
done
pouring
something
it
with that
into the drain
Well, yeah.
to make room for the
for
fruit.
the fruit. Yeah, instead of like putting that and then
This shit is beautiful.
Then after we
Yeah, that's
dumped it, he was like, "We should have just put that in a keg."
yeah.
I'm like, "Oh fuck,
At least
we'll do it next time."
At least you learned your lesson. You know what I'm saying?
I think
Well, we
did
did it this
twice.
time.
Yeah. It's the motherfucker. There's still motherfuckers probably still just pouring that shit in. Somebody's gonna listen to this podcast like, oh shit. Like,
I don't know. Like I think it just like that comes from Zach. Like he likes filling the fermenters like up as high as we can get it, and so that's what we started doing. But the thing is with this process, I guess we don't get like a lot of blow off because like it'll completely ferment down, and then we lose no beer. So it's like all the like we look in the top where we're gonna throw the fruit in, and it's like all right up there, you know what I mean? And then you make the judgment call, and you're like, it's not gonna fit. So,
Nah, this is a beautiful beer.
thank you.
Like physically, this is a bad bitch right here. Like for real.
But we're doing, I think the end of this week we're doing another batch of this, but it's we're gonna use apricot, and that's kind of calculated because when we did the goes, we did cherry berry, and it had that color. And everybody was like, whoa, you know, and that got people in. And then we did the orange and passion fruit, which doesn't give a lot of color to the beer. But then people were like, I like the last one, so let's check this out. And then they were like, we like this even better. So we tried the same formula again. We'll go for the color. And then the next one, the apricot's like one of my favorite fruits for beer. So should be good.
I don't like the dried apricots no more. You know what I mean? Bad fruit. Ain't a bad fruit.
I don't know why you're looking over here. I don't have an opinion on that. You're just looking over here for me to co-sign it. Look, whatever. If the beer's good, it's good. Like I'm not gonna get off of this. This is just like from presentation to taste. It's like it's dope as shit. Like I really,
it's one of those like eye grabbers at the bar. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
yeah,
if
even
you got it at the bar, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, what's that?" And then all that, and I mean,
But I've definitely had some very good kettle sours too. But the reason that I do our process is because I feel like a lot of them there's like a few off flavors, like THP and like some other things that you can like. There's actually like when they're really bad, you can get like a butyric acid from
Isn't butyric acid the pineapple?
I think at the low volumes you might be right, but it's like when it's above a certain threshold, it's just vomit.
Yeah, it's just vomit.
Baby diaper kind of thing.
Oh wait, no, butyric combines with butyric combines with like ethanol, and then
And there's no
like
reason really that
butyrol is the pineapple.
I'm not really sure why. Like there shouldn't really be any reason why like a kettle sour would be more susceptible to that than the way we do it, but for whatever reason, like it just doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
we let ours sit in the tank for a full 72 hours before we added yeast. And if there was anything in that, like it would take hold in that time for sure. And it never does. Like there's absolutely like it actually starts pulling a vacuum in the tank because there's no activity whatsoever except for the bacteria. But like I also think it's responsible for whatever reason, people are into haze these days, and those sours never drop out. We have a couple of our older ones that we've kept, and they're still hazy.
Yeah, I mean, like with the kettle sour, is that like from my understanding, like whenever I see kettle sour, is that like, am I right in saying like it's a bit more like just more punchy, like in the sour, like more sour heavy as opposed to like fruit and more like like complex?
No, not necessarily.
Like what is kettle sour? Like what what's the difference?
The difference is a kettle sour is you'll actually run your mash off and you pasteurize it and you put the bacteria right in the kettle and they leave it overnight. Or a lot of people like they'll brew on Friday and they'll let it sit over the weekend. Then on Monday when they come in, they'll check, make sure the pH is where they want it, and then they'll boil it right in the kettle and then move it into the fermenter. And the main reason they do that is brewers are always afraid of getting things infected. They don't want the bacteria in the cold side. We trust our process.
Yeah, you got to be clean. You got to be hella.
We actually, it's
hella
it's a little bit longer day after when I package a sour, because we take the whole thing apart and boil it and everything.
This ain't no rookie shit. You got to be a sensei.
You have to boil all your soft parts and all your fittings, and I mean it's an extra hour or two, but
yeah. And our regular CIP probably should be fine, honestly. But it's like, is it really worth that? Maybe we would mess up the next batch or whatever,
I'm sitting here. So y'all start shit on Friday? Like y'all
we don't do it that
start
way,
shit
though.
on Friday? Nobody else in the working world starts on Friday.
Oh,
When
we
you get to
actually
Friday,
do brew
right?
almost every Friday.
Yeah, we
Is
don't
the
do shit on
problem
Friday,
is
regular
when
people.
it comes to the like.
Do you take the half?
The
do you
first
take
the
Friday
problem
off,
is
the
when you brew
half-ass
like the
Friday?
first
Yeah, when's
2
the last
days.
time you've been productive on a Friday?
Like a half-ass Friday? You don't half-ass Friday at the brewery?
They
Like,
apparently they don't. Apparently that's the start of their week.
Actually, it's for me. It's usually like I have to brew tomorrow, which is unusual. But that's how it goes. But usually Monday is the day nobody's there. Nobody's even at the
y'all like the
restaurant.
hair industry.
And I
food
go
service
in, I
industry.
pull
Yeah,
off
man,
all
it's
I take it
They're
easy,
like the hair
like
industry.
clean a bunch
you
of stuff.
can't get to a
but,
barbershop or a hair salon on Monday.
industry, man.
Barbershops, hair salon, and breweries apparently aren't functioning on Monday.
yeah, that's the only
Fridays?
day the brewery and restaurant isn't open for customers. But now that we're not doing lunch on Tuesday, so usually the chefs aren't even there preparing
So
anymore.
is that when you like put on your dubstep and like get the work?
Oh no, I always
does that
do
anyway.
that.
He let it creep into.
that's every day.
What's on your what's on your work playlist?
I drive people nuts with the house because that's usually what I'm listening to.
Yeah, I mean, what how?
The Dave and Zach don't mind. It's just like when the bartenders come in, they're like, this sounds like one long song. Come change it. I don't give a shit.
That's a Pittsburgh critique. That sounds like one long song. You just keep playing
It's
the same
supposed
song
to.
over and over. It's a 27-minute song.
It'd be like 5:00, and I'd finally realize that like dubstep was on. It's just in the background.
Yeah.
You're thinking about other stuff.
Well, I don't listen to dubstep there. It's mostly house. Sometimes drum.
No, the one bartender, he puts on like 80s music, and he'll sing, and that's on.
You gotta go with that.
Yeah,
I'm not about to.
Well, the bartenders love to put the 90s
Pretty
music on.
entertaining.
And I
Kinda-
swear to God, like the Crash Test Dummies came on, and like it's been in my head for a week, and I'm about to.
I'll reach over the
That's
bar
ridiculous.
and turn
You
it
have
off like
to,
when they're
man.
setting up.
It's 90s were awesome, but then when I look back at the hits, I'm like, what the hell?
That should be happening. Even in your personal life at home. Like I'll come home and like my girl and my daughter will be having a dance party to like Beyonce, and I just be like, damn, yo, you just gonna exclude me and my son? Like we can't rock with this, but so heavily. Like we can't, sideways, snap it in the air. Like we can't be dancing, we can't twerk to this shit. We just sitting there watching them have a good ass time while they be productive, and we just tight. Like you play something for us, please. Something that we.
So
can,
I don't know what the time's getting to be like, but we need to drink this one. This is
you
the.
want to say you want to move on. Say you want to drink.
You got an empty glass. That's
I do have an empty
You need a
glass.
bigger one.
So what is this?
Triple IPA.
Bury
yes,
the
sir.
rakes.
Bury the rakes. Yes,
Oh
sir.
shit! D11.
I thought the lemon would go be loud. The lemon. Is the
It doesn't
lemon
taste like
loud?
11.
But it still hit like a lemon.
It does.
Oh yeah, it does.
It don't taste like a lemon. That's more dangerous. I
kind of feel like that's the one thing, like our customers out there, like you know how like we talked about that earlier. The like Pittsburgh, like famously, like whatever 5 years behind, or like I don't know what the how many years
About
that
5
everybody
years.
says.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of feel like our customer, we love them. to death, but like I feel like they're like another like 5 behind that. So like
Well,
I
y'all
think
in
they
Charlotte,
love
bro.
us, man. They come in there and they drink it up, man. But they love the high alcohol stuff.
Why would they not love the high alcohol stuff? It's alcohol. We ain't drinking juice.
It tastes like juice. So just don't go in here and order this and think it's all sweet, because this shit hits.
That shit is dangerous.
Telling
This
you,
one, I
right,
gave-
That beer
like-
is so dangerous.
Dave's businessman
shit.
starts kicking
That
in when I
beer
make
is
beers
not
like this, though, because this has
It is
Nelson
not juice.
Sauvin, Galaxy,
Hazy
and
as fuck,
Citra
too.
in it.
You said what, Nelson?
So I like emptied his pocketbook on this one.
Wait, what 3 hops? is in this?
Galaxy,
Galaxy.
Nelson Sauvin, and Citra.
A tri hop. No, this is good. It's a lemon, but it's good.
He used to have to talk me out of the extra dry hop. I'd be like, throw it in our bag in. He'd be like, oh.
Just throw it.
Yeah,
in
but
the
now
bag.
he's like, I'm adding this up. And
Yeah, that's
we're going to have to charge a little extra for this one.
Buzz, come on, get in,
Hey,
Buzz.
Buzz. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the last
Yeah.
one. Open it up. Boom, boom. Pour it up. Watch
But
it
the
out,
way
pour it out.
these
Hazy
triple
as shit,
IPAs sell over there, I'd imagine that. I don't think we're going to have one on all the time, but when this one kicks, we'll be planning the next one.
This one's gotten, it's interesting to see how it's gotten since it's gotten a few weeks old.
Yeah. What are you picking up over there?
Smell it out a little bit.
What's up?
I think it's mellowed out in a nice way. It's really fruity.
No, it's hella fruity. Like it says, juicy.
Drinks like 8.
Yeah,
Drinks like an 8.
Yeah,
This,
Buzzy-
you hear this
Buzzy
motherfucker?
threw the
It
eight
drinks
out,
like
yeah.
an 8. Listen, motherfucker, man.
You get
That's where you get in trouble.
I get a little bit of alcohol like way
eight
on the way at the back end.
The 8's not weak. Like if you're drinking an 8, I mean,
Yeah.
we can drink an 8. We drink all the time. I mean, but like an 8's not nothing to sleep on. But you add an extra 3 to the 8. Like this is real right here.
How do you get motherfuckers to like? How do you take that out? How do you make an 11 taste like an 8? Like how does that happen? Is that like a are you like holding keys to that, or like is that something you can just like tell me?
I really think it's just about being just following our No, it's not
magic.
that I we
Following our
follow
process.
the same
A little
process
NBA
for that
GM?
as we do.
Sound like he owned a sports franchise.
A little
following
thing-
our process.
a little thing I call voodoo.
We stay true to the process. We
That's exactly
recruiting.
right.
We scout well. We
One game at a time.
committed. We're committed to the process. We do every day. We wake up. We commit ourselves to the process.
Every day is Sunday.
It's true for sports, and even that sounds stupid on the thing, but like it's true for us though. Like, because if we fuck anything up on this one, it's gonna show through. I mean, and it's really we don't do anything different. Like we have to like basically. The nice thing is though, like our system is oversized, and
Wait, your
that's
system is
when you
oversized?
see like a brewery that doesn't have like a lot of big ones. I mean, maybe they don't want to do them, but like more likely, it's just a pain in the ass for them to make a really big one because
Why is that?
Well, because our mash tun and boil kettle are oversized, so it's no problem for us to do.
Why do you need a bigger like mash tun and boil for?
Well,
Well, you're saying you don't need a bit- or you're
I've
saying
heard
you-
from some breweries that like if
Like
it's
more
undersized,
sugar?
even if they do a double IPA, they'll have to do 2 batches to fill up a unit tank.
Yeah,
But we can get the 11 or 12 percenters with just one batch. You know what I mean?
that's a hell of an advantage.
So are y'all looking to like do more 11, 12%? So you trying to stay in that 5, 6,
I would
7
love it
range?
if people would drink the small ones, honestly, but like it isn't really about me anymore.
No, it was never about you. You mean it ain't about you anymore? But this was never about you. It's bigger
It
than,
used to be when
it's
I was
bigger than Nino
homebrewing.
Brown.
I was
motherfucker.
just
It was about you until the
Doing-
community had it, and then the community
Yeah, what
it was
about you?
It was the people's beer after
Why
that.
didn't you say that?
That's what 4 points is. It's for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you 1 point. You're the initial point, then it go out to the other three. It's
But
like,
we're
you
putting
know.
on pretty soon a pilot, but like when it's something I don't think people are really gonna like go crazy for, I'll just do like a 10-gallon batch, and we have one.
You gonna take
coming
home
up.
8 gallons.
It's an ordinary bitter. It's at 3.2% English bitter, and I would love to drink stuff like that, but people are gonna be like, nope.
Yeah, I think.
But it's good.
I mean, I think
it's
that
good
there's.
beer.
I think that like there's a like. I mean, I'm in the realm of like I'm enjoying these like 4s and 5s that are like well done, and I can get the flavor. And like before, I couldn't get like one. I like the high ABV because if I'm going to pay $6 for a beer, I want like to drink and like I don't want to be like bloated, and I want to have that ABV.
I only need to buy 2 or 3 of them.
Exactly.
Say how you really
So
feel.
I'm saying I want to.
I feel like
get that,
that's what
but
a lot of people think. But it's like when I hang out at like the bar or whatever, it's like, and like the bartenders say the same thing. It's like people, no matter what beer you get, like their arm speed is like the same tempo, you know.
Yeah.
And like I would rather like hang out for like a couple hours and drink like the pale ale or whatever, and like hang out.
But I think that, I think that's a like I said, that's the progression of a beer drinker where like I'm at a place right now where I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna be out for a while, so like I don't want that anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to be acting stupid.
I just want to, I just want to. I just want to, like if I'm during the daytime, this and the other, whatever. There's different like capacities for this because it's not just the feeling that comes with it. It's like coffee. Coffee gives you both the flavor and the added benefit of like being perky and like, productive or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're consuming beer in the same way where like you can be productive and also have, like the flavor and this and the other. And in a way you can combine two things. So like you don't need it to be high ABV when you're consuming it in that regard. Like if it's just a recreational thing, like, I'm just coming out like Friday night, let's like, get in or whatever. I could see the high ABVs, but like when you start to like incorporate it like on a noon lunch, you're good. Like a, nice 3.8 with some flavor, a little like mouthfeel. Like that's the thing. Like if it doesn't taste like if it doesn't feel like water, like
yeah.
But I think you just drink different. Like you drink it in different scenarios too. Like you're drinking in scenarios where you need to be productive. You're drinking in scenarios where you need to be able to articulate, and et cetera. Like I think the stigma of drinking is I'm drinking to get drunk.
Yeah.
Where craft is shifting that narrative to where I'm drinking to enjoy myself.
Exactly.
And like that's different than just I used to get drunk to enjoy myself.
I think
and now
we're
just
way
drink.
off, but like from this, but like I think eventually there comes that like the thing that like the English have known for a long time. It's like when they talk about a sessionable beer, like they want to go to the pub and be there for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
So they're not trying to like do shots and like have double IPAs. Like they want something that tastes good, but like it's gonna take you a while, before you get to that point. And we're just not there yet in the U.S. But like eventually,
we're young.
I think it has to.
We're young. We're all young. We're all like as a society,
and all the brewers want it. Trust me.
Yeah.
But
Everybody's
we had to
drinking
make what people want.
Everybody drinking hams in the background.
We don't drink hams at our place because
Nah.
we make our own light beer. So.
That's
That's what I'm brewing tomorrow.
And we do our own thing.
That's what's up.
We got that 4P light, and we also have our. This became like a surprise hit. Was our Vienna Lager. We came out with. We came out with our
man.
Our
Like
Märzen for Oktoberfest, and like people just crushed it. Like at the brewery, and we were just like, we need to have another beer that's like this that people crush because it makes us a lot of money. And so I was like, we'll do the like, Vienna Lager, and like People loved it, and like
you said
I'd
on the
actually
podcast.
Chart
our
topper.
second batch went
a
on,
smash
but like
hit.
we couldn't get it on in time. It actually kicked the old batch, and like people were pissed, and like there was people that were like
Mayhem?
restaurant customers that were like coming to the tap room like, oh, you have that, give me that. It was cool.
This
like
one
we
is
love it.
shooting
It's
up
a
the charts.
great beer, man.
Yeah.
Like, but
You have like angry Yelpers, like came there, it was a bad experience.
That's inevitable.
well, the people that come from Pittsburgh don't touch that stuff.
1 out of
It's
10
the
do not
locals that
recommend.
do.
It's like it's always on like a Saturday night. Like my weekend's on Saturday at like 10 o'clock, and I'll be at home like winding down like 11 o'clock, and then like the review comes in, like 3 stars. Place was great, but it was too loud, or like
I hate these
I mean-
fucking people that like that review, but they're not reviewing object. Like, okay, I hate the way I review because it takes a lot to give you a 5, right? If you satisfy what I thought was supposed to happen, I'll give you a 4. Doesn't matter how good you. It's just, look, unless you wow me, you'll get a 4. And I feel like a lot of people reviewing that because reviews. I don't know, man. It depends. Like if people are sending out like requests for reviews, now I feel bombarded. I feel compelled. I feel like pressured to do so. But I've never just gone and voluntarily reviewed.
I don't do it, but it's weird how it happens. Like if you see like a 1 star or something, you want to know why, because everybody wants to get better, but sometimes it's just like, sometimes it's a mistake. Sometimes you did something like they may have had to wait too long, or something wasn't to their liking, but you want to know why so you can correct it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, a lot of people just, like voicing an opinion and, thinking that, by them doing this, they have power.
Let's talk about the motherfuckers, man. Like the motherfuckers that just be like, they be trying to find little ways to like, you know what I mean,
They
like
trying to get a
nitpick at
coupon.
shit. Yeah, and just
They be
be
trying to
like,
get a
they
coupon.
want to be the guy that
They
people
want the
listen
reach
to
out.
because he tells it like it is.
No, they want the
You
reach out
know?
like, hey,
It's-
we're sorry about your experience.
Yeah.
Here's a $10 coupon.
Yeah,
There's that too.
Like
I mean,
it is. Like, and these
there's
motherfuckers,
people
you
that
don't
want
know
stuff for
What
free.
the fuck I had to do to make this a motherfucking thing, and this one little thing we couldn't have a conversation, bro. Like you couldn't come to me like and have a little.
You
like,
ever-
did you say that to the waiter? Did you say it to the bartender? Did you say to anybody
Nah, we got
before
the
you
internet
left this
for that.
establishment?
And these
No,
got
you just
everybody-
kept that shit to
yeah.
yourself, and you walked off, and it just was like, man,
Yeah.
you motherfucker.
You ever see
No,
Chef?
these guys take
ever see
care
the
of
movie
people
Chef?
so good. I don't know why.
Chef,
anybody-
no.
Yeah, with the food truck with John Favreau.
Nah, I haven't seen
Well,
it.
he owns a restaurant and he's like a really good chef, and like this food critic comes in and he wants to like do a special menu, but the owner won't let him. He said, you got to play the hits. Well, anyway, the food critic just shits on everything, and then he wants to redo it again, but the owner doesn't let him, so he ends up quitting. The guy comes in and he shits on everything again, and he just like snaps the fuck out and like throws the dessert on the table and like loses his mind. But the thing is, like, we try to do our best day in and day out, and people, we're just like everyone else. I mean, we make mistakes, but at the same time, that's why I don't review, because if I don't like something, I know that it just might be my personal
Maybe a
state.
singular experience. That may not
It
be,
doesn't mean that it's
Well,
not
no, you
done
can,
well.
you can do that as a person working in the industry, though. Like,
Yeah.
because if we have somebody coming in and like they work at another brewery and they like pop some low rating on us, like we're like, what the fuck? You're one of us.
Deal breaker's a deal breaker.
Deal breaker. Oh, I've done that quite a few times already in all of these guys. So, you brought us, this bevy of beers we want to share. We've at some point gotten to the point of the podcast here. You know what I mean, like here in Work Hard, Drinking Partners. When people drop off some beers every once in a while, and I don't know shit about beer. I don't ever try to position myself as a person that does. I'm just like trying to learn this, but like, I guess like Adam, you kind of like know anything about this? Like, could you tell us a little? Because
Well, I mean, it's at Firestone Walker Parabola. I mean, they I've never had it before. I mean, it's definitely a barrel aged imperial stout.
Yeah.
That's what I know about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm figuring it
And
out.
so I'm definitely interested in putting that in my glass. It's got wax, so it has
it's
to
a
be
pain
good.
in the
Right? Well, it comes in a box too, not just wax. These guys are big time now with the owned by Duval
Who's Duval?
from Belgium, like the
It's a
one,
golden ale, isn't it?
the Belgian Golden Strong. That is pretty much the style guideline on that style. Yeah.
So it's like the
But they're I don't know, they've acquired a few breweries. I think it's they also own oh crap, I can't even think of their name now. The ones that oh yeah, I probably should do that.
Thanks.
I mean, we out here got to be official. Got to get the water a little. I mean, like cleanse these glasses.
So basically, what I'm saying is I don't know that much about them, but I know what.
Yeah, no, man.
I know what this is.
I don't know much about anything, but I do appreciate like being surrounded by people that like are appreciative of the craft and present that. Like I said, it takes a village to raise a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you tell us about the support that you guys have like gotten like through the community? I mean, because like I feel like you can't do anything long term unless you have the people there that like ups and downs are kind of meet, like be there day in day out. You know what I'm saying? Like and like you know, distribution and like, you know, pushing out and like, you know, greater, you know, capacities. That's a thing, and you can like aspire to that. But like if you don't have that like hometown support, then you don't even get to that point.
You definitely have to have regular. I mean, we have regulars just like anywhere else that support the restaurant and the brewery day in and day out, and we love those people. We appreciate them. I mean, they spread the word too. They tell everyone. And
Wise.
yeah, I mean, you have to have those people that. I mean, you have to have people come in, or you're not going to last. Mm-hmm. And it's a little tougher for us. We're a smaller community. I mean, we don't have the population to pull like as if we were, you know, in the city or 10 minutes out of the city. But I mean, we do well. It's consistent. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we definitely get more traffic because people, you know, they'll drive 40 minutes to come out. But and those people, we appreciate them too because they're taking time out of their day when there's so many great places in town where you could drive 5 minutes and just go to.
It says something that if I'm willing to travel, if I'm willing to sit in my car for a while to get to something that, well, it basically speaks to whatever I'm going to get 40 minutes away. I feel like I can't get 10 minutes away.
Right.
15 minutes.
Well, that's where we are at this point. I think we there's so many breweries everywhere. I mean, like you have to be something really special for people to. I mean, of course, there's certain people that like have to go to everywhere, you know.
Right.
But like you have to like hear about us like a few times before you're like,
I'm gonna make that trip to Charleroi or wherever it is. Yeah, no, I think the flavor and the flavor. I mean, and what we've had today, I can see someone driving out, especially if someone's a beer enthusiast or someone loves the brewery experience. I can see them driving out there. I mean, I've not seen or tasted one miss here tonight. I mean,
and we have food too as well.
Exactly,
we do food in house.
Food is amazing, and like
I
guess we didn't
barbecue with this. Like,
I guess we didn't mention before, but like Tim is like my counterpart on the food, and like he's a little crazy with the food sometimes.
What do you mean by crazy with the food?
I mean, like like he likes to try. Like you go to certain places and they're gonna have like you're gonna have a menu that you expect every time you go there. But like I guarantee you, every time you come to see us, there's gonna be something.
Oh,
different.
it always changes.
Changes every week.
That's cool as hell. Like I like menu. So okay, let me say I'm in the middle. I do like where a menu changes, where I can go in and get different shit. I just want my staple, my go-to to be there. You know what I mean? Like, are there any staples? Like, or any
in the restaurant?
In the restaurant,
Yeah.
yes, but not in the brewery. Well, yeah, no. We have the meat sampler in the brewery.
Yeah, that's
We have the
always
barbecue
a staple
sampler.
that-
Okay.
But I mean, we run different like theme specials Tuesday through Thursday. I mean, so those are definitely there on those days. And we talked about it. I said, well, don't you want to like keep it for like 2 weeks? And he said no, because if someone doesn't like something, I don't want to make it again. So if it doesn't, like, people don't get it, we've never really had that problem. But I mean, there's
we had the other problem though. Like, what was it like last week with? Was it the salmon or whatever? I was sitting there at the bar. I was almost gonna order it, and like he sold out of it.
Yeah,
like within an hour of opening.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody came in and got it. I don't. What was it?
I think it was salmon. I think it was like it was something like not like very obscure, and it went. I mean, it went fast. I mean, we only get a certain amount in. When it's gone, it's gone.
Right.
So you guys are collabing for Fresh Fest. First and foremost, thank you guys for being a part of Fresh Fest last year.
Thanks for having us.
Shit, I mean, again, it was a community project.
Hopefully, I can actually come this year.
Yeah, we were open for like a month. That was it when we did it.
Yeah, no, it was insane. Like Mike was like, "Yo, I mean, 4 points. Like these dudes down here." Was like, and I hadn't had anything that you had, but like I trusted.
I don't think anyone did.
Yeah, I had trusted his palate, so I was like, "All right, yeah, me." And like you guys fucking showed up for that, and it was. And I mean, I've been a fan since. And then you guys are coming back this year. I mean, and you guys have a brewer in mind for the collaboration.
Yeah, that it's Craig Smith, who I think he just like randomly like added me on Facebook or something, and like then I found out like he was like a hip hop producer, so we started talking about. We actually did like a little collab with Tunes. Like I sent him a beat, and like he started messing with it.
You still in
like,
the game?
But like
You still low key in the
oh
game?
no, actually like
I sent them a beat.
I was just
I sent them a beat.
no. I was just approached by
Beating the brew.
I was just approached by a label about putting out
Oh shit!
a
Soft
single of
flex.
my
Got it.
stuff for
Got
this year, so
He
I'm
flexed
pretty
on
excited
me.
about
He
that.
got me. He got me. He flexed on me. He's how it's approached by a label. Nothing major. Just just.
But
shady aftermath.
but Craig's been around for a long time, and like he's one of my mentors. If I have a question, like I'm sure he's been through it before. Because, and he's a good guy, but like he knows all about what's going on up here, and he's excited about coming up here. He's paying his own way a flight to come up here, and I don't know if he's coming back up for the event itself, but like kind of feel like he might be.
I don't see why he wouldn't. Yeah, I don't see why anybody isn't trying to. It's just gonna be crazy.
That's
gonna be crazy.
Yeah, Brewing like that's a.
But he's working for now. Like he's been kind of like trying to find a home lately, but now he's in the barrel full of monks, I guess, for the barrel full of monkeys or whatever. That's but they do all like old school, like they do like bottle condition, like triples and doubles and stuff like that. And I think we're already talking like we're gonna do like a saison, but then we're gonna like overhop it, of course. So
Hold it down. Whoa. What you doing?
That's a little too much too much pepper there.
You know what I mean?
Too much seasoning.
No.
Surprise the people.
Yeah, we early on. Yeah.
hey, we gotta get people hyped for it too. You know,
Well, this is what
like,
this episode is for. 'Cause
maybe.
If it's on par with anything that we've had today,
Man.
I mean, it's gonna be a smash.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
Put together.
things line up. Maybe like it'll come out and
Yeah, me. Whoa. Pump them brakes there. Over there, the motherfucker there. These got the people.
He's overexcited.
You get on the spoiler alert. Spoilers. You got to give spoilers.
Yeah, it's only March right now. They don't need no spoilers. Yet. You got a whole season to go through.
Are you guys lining this up again before that?
You gotta wait for episode 8.
Oh shit! Yeah, episode 8.
This parabola is pretty freaking fantastic. Actually,
Yeah.
Like I like sometimes shit's like overhyped or whatever, but this one, I mean, it's got all the flavor. I feel like it's got like some like butterscotch like finish, like the barrel's all there, like. This
y'all
is
on
good.
the stout my man's dropped
Good
off.
barrels.
Like I don't
not
think this beer
not
is
the
like
leached ones.
especially hard to find. You know what I mean? Like not super rare, but like this is as good as anything I've had. You know,
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm glad we can, sometimes you come through. We got people who come through.
Yeah.
You come through, they come through, and we came through for y'all.
It's a community,
You know what I mean?
man.
Y'all came through for us, we came through for y'all. You know what I mean? Like
Drinking partners.
DP. I actually haven't. I broke the seal when y'all broke the stout. So let me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers. You ever come back into a room, motherfuckers all enjoying some shit you ain't a part of?
Whoa.
Oh, I don't want you. You don't want me to bastardize it. Nigga, you just handed me a
Yeah.
ass bottle.
It is
there's like
cold.
1 milliliter
Not
in
even
there.
This nigga just handed me an empty bottle of water.
I thought I had something. And then, you know what I mean? Shout out to Buzzy.
But
Like, I mean, coming with the
okay, all right. So the initial reach, I understand. Like, yo, let me give him the water. Okay, you pick it up. All right, maybe I ain't. Nigga, it's empty, bro. Why would you hand it? You across the table?
I handed you a sip, a swallow.
Empty bottle? No, not even something.
Not even a swallow.
Not even, bro. I feel so disrespected. He handed me an empty bottle of water. Like, yo, clean your glass. Never mind. All right. Why is everybody silent, waiting for me to taste it?
Yeah, like
That was the
we might be able to hear the
Yeah, but they can't convey this audibly.
reaction from it.
With super
We
silent.
want to hear the
A lot of pressure.
like
from this.
You've been hitting us with all these crazy words, black carrot and all this shit, Bobcat or whatever you were saying. Let me.
Bobcat Goldberg. Coming up next episode.
That is good. I want that on ice cream.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, no, it's a
I
very
do want
delicious.
that shit on ice cream.
It's a.
I don't know if that's weird for me to want that, but I do want to have vanilla ice cream and pour this beer on it and eat it, get drunk, and tell my kids go to bed. That's what I want to do.
Oh man, that's like 3. So
This is 2016 too.
yeah.
I thought you was about to say 26%.
So from my understanding,
Damn, y'all don't want me to go home and be productive.
It's a little one. It's 13.1. Point one.
it's a long.
Why
That's
would you
only
even
like
add the
slightly
0.1?
bigger than our
I don't
IPA,
know.
Be a
bro,
straight
so.
Right.
flat. Why you got to do the extra 0.1?
Yeah.
I'm already not in a good place.
So is this like a cake? Is this like a? You know what I mean, is that what like? Do you guys have it? Oh, man, I keep.
Wait, they didn't bring. Wait, did
Oh,
This is not.
no.
This is not a pastry stout right here.
No, I
that's
know,
what I
but
like
that's what I'm saying
about
is
it.
what's crazy is that like it's so like like rich and it's all the flavors or whatever, and I feel like this is as a result of like chemistry as opposed to just throwing a cake in it.
Definitely, they let
You
this.
see what I'm saying?
A
Like,
little
you know how,
bit,
like-
but like a lot of times, anytime you barrel age anything, it's like a game of chance. Though I mean, like they do it at such a level that they fill up like thousands of barrels or whatever. Like they're big, Firestone Walker, and but the guy that is in charge of that, and I'm sure they have like a whole panel and stuff. They're writing down tasting descriptors for each barrel that they taste.
So it's like a bunch of
and they
monks
make a
in
blend.
there, like,
oh no, it's just
they all
regular
like
people,
swore
but like
off women.
they know what they're talking about.
And
This is
like
number
worldly
7
pleasures.
too out of 4,000.
Yeah, I don't even know what was dropped off.
I mean, that's
I
pretty
don't even
crazy.
think I have really. I haven't really like internalized like the swag that was like he dropped this and left.
The one thing I like about like this though
Here you go,
that
fam,
like
hold that.
I think is getting lost though in today's age though in the age of hype though is like that these guys like pay for all these guys for the expertise like to come in and do all this and like
They
it's
pay
very
their fucking artists is what they do. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
they
but
are-
like they do
What's the
the
drinking
work
partners do?
goes into
We'll
this
do
beer
on March
and
30th as you come down to
yeah,
Compton
like
Theater.
it's a big company that they work for, but like it's not just thrown together. This is legit.
I'm glad we were able to share something with you.
No, it was good.
thank
man.
you.
Like, I
Shout
think
out
this
to all the
episode,
folks that
as
drink
a
on
collaborative, may be one of the top beer tastings we've had. I mean, with
thank you.
with the 4 points, and then to top it
by
off with
far, yeah.
with the swag that was just dropped off and left. I mean, it came in a cardboard. It came with a whole package. Like,
We ain't even
here you
crank
go,
up
whole
some
lot.
of this.
I'm gonna just call this the whole lot. Y'all don't need to know what it is because y'all need to just get your ass out to 4 points because that shit is dope. Let the people know where they can find y'all. You know what I mean? Give them directions to Charleroi or whatever the hell y'all are.
Directions. Okay, so you jump on 43.
The yellow belt. You got to get on the
Jump
yellow
on that
belt.
Palomalu.
You type 4 points into your Google on your phone and it takes you right to our door.
You 51 to Route 43 if you're coming from the city. It's about 40 minutes from the city. You can find us at 4 Points Brewing on Instagram, Facebook. Just look us up. It's 4 Points Brewing. We don't go on Twitter that much, unfortunately. Go on our website, 4pointsbrewing.com. You could sign up for a newsletter. We send one out every Monday. Tells you exactly what we're doing for the week, food specials, beer releases, everything that you want to know. And mainly on Instagram and Facebook, lots of pictures. Adam has his own Instagram. It's Adam at 4P Brewer. He shows you the day-to-day stuff at the brewery if you want to follow him. And that's where you could find us.
Okay. Dave Bracey, let the people know where they can find us.
We are the drinking partners. If you can,
If you can, please do.
yeah, if you can find us, yeah, man. It's a little tricky. We're gonna figure it out. If you're looking for us, you can find us on epicassnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, Google Play,
We Google.
and Spotify under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook. And apparently nowadays we at Snapchat too.
Snap the
man.
kid. I've been snapped
At
multiple times.
Partners Pod.
I don't know if I'm a sex symbol on Snapchat, but I'm on that motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean March 30th down
I'm
at
about to
Comtra
be a
Theater.
sex symbol. Make
March
wifey
30th.
mad. They gonna be like, ooh, he sexy. I'm gonna
Comtra
be like,
Theater.
hell yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
ComfortTheater.TakeALeave.com and then 420 ArcadeComedyTheater.com.
All right, so this is episode 202. We appreciate Dave for taking his voice to depths of deepness that we've never seen, unforeseen depths of deepness. But look, 4 points, good shit.
That was a nice twister right there.
Yo, no, good shit like that. This beer, I'm telling y'all, like for the listeners who look to us,
That's our
as
logo.
influencers
4
to
points,
take
good
reviews.
shit.
4
And,
points, good shit.
And come check
Put
us
it
out
on
at
the
Fresh
Our
Fest, too.
tagline, that's
FreshFestBeerFest.com. FreshFestBeerFest.com.
Yeah, no, but on some real shit. This is a real shit breakdown though. Great beer, man. Like really, really, really good beer.
yeah.
You know, flavor, profile,
Versatility.
just visual, all that shit's there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Mouthfeel. Yeah,
I don't know where Charleroi is, but find that motherfucker and drive your ass out there. You don't go
Google
nowhere.
that shit.
You live in
About
Pittsburgh. You need to find some good shit. Go to Charleroi. You need somewhere to take
on
your
the
woman.
trail.
You
It's
need
on the
somewhere to
trail
go.
out
You
that
know
motherfucker.
what I mean?
Yeah,
If you
man.
live out near Charleroi, take your ass in there. Stop playing games, man. Upgrade your life. All right? You know what I mean? Drinking Partners is the crew. Epicast is the family.